around.
This isn't from the. This is not.
Well, why didn't you not tell me that in the beginning? I thought these were the dwarves that were going to be walking around.
This is.
I was confused. I was like, dude. Let's get into the live episode. Check, 1, 2. Let's turn on. Let's light the beam. All right, I think it's lit. I don't know. We got this from Amazon from China. Everybody, welcome to In the Bank episode. What are we on, 23 now?
23.
Yep, the GOATed episode, our Michael Jordan episode. We just watched the Francis Ngannou, Tyson Fury, kind of like a reaction. We didn't want to start the episode off with that, so we're going to cut that to the end. So if you guys do just want to see it, just skip to the end. We have a little Easter egg in there as well. So you want to, potentially, get something out of it, do that. But we're really excited to be in this in-person studio, getting off of Zoom. Jackson, we're two hosts. You're myself, Rohan, and Jackson. Jackson, how you doing, dude?
I'm fantastic. I'm super excited to be in this room. It looks very professional. We got a little on-air sign like we're on the radio. We've got our logo. We've got a nice little photo of friends up there. We got the mics. We got the TV behind the cameras. Like we're in a real thing, dude. It looks really cool. I'm very impressed. I'm very excited to get going on this, get back on the recording grind, and fucking let's do this. I'm jazzed,
dude. I mean, it's gonna be an exciting opportunity for us. We're gonna have 4 mics now. We'll try to bring some of our friends on. Try to bring on some people who just want to talk ball. I guess, right?
Right. That's all we talk about here is ball.
It's just
strictly ball.
Just ball.
Just ball.
Just ball. Yeah, so I mean, it's an exciting opportunity for us, to be able to do this. We got, like Jackson mentioned, we have everything, all the bells and whistles here. So we have a lot more to do. So obviously, please leave your recommendations, what you'd like to see from us. But I guess let's just start talking ball then. I think the big story, the world wants to know about this. This has been an ongoing thing since 2018, but I think it's finally been confirmed. Dwight Howard, dude, he likes talking ball quite a lot.
So Dwight Howard, if you're listening to this, so Dwight Howard in the month of July was sued for harassment and other things from some random guy, and it kind of went under the rug. I never heard about it. Did you hear about it back in July?
Well, so obviously the legal aspect of this wouldn't have went public, but the thing I heard...
This story I found was in July.
Oh, of this year?
Yep. July 2023. So this was 3 months ago that this came out, and it was kind of like swept under the rug.
Okay. I actually saw the screenshots of the texts. I don't know if you saw those. So I saw those a while ago, and I thought they were fake.
Okay.
So I thought that was fake.
Okay.
But obviously now it got verified in a public court of law.
Right.
So it could
be fake. And what's also interesting is the pleading of Dwight is not that this never happened. It's that it was consensual, which is very interesting. And so if you live under a rock, you don't know what's happening. Dwight Howard, once the best center in the NBA, like without question, when he was with Orlando, would you agree? Like
no, 100%.
A dog at basketball. And it's kind of like flamed out. He's older now. Doesn't play anymore. He and a transgender hooker named Kitty essentially held this guy down and performed sexual acts on him against his will, is what the guy's saying in the lawsuit. And, when Dwight was on an interview a couple days ago, which if I was his lawyer, I'd be saying, don't do that. Don't go in a public setting. And
well, he went just to talk ball.
Right. Well, so that's the thing is they got on the thing, and the host, which, the host is where we want to be in reality. So, but I will say the host did a weak job of being like, he's like, man, listen, I don't care if you're gay, but the world wants to know. He almost like, you're trending right now, Dwight. You're trending. And Dwight's like, man, I don't know why anyone wants to talk about that. And the interviewer's like, man, I just want to talk ball. And Dwight's like, let's just talk ball. So they dangle Dwight as like, oh, this guy's being accused of rape. We're going to talk to him about it. And then they just talk about hoop for an hour and a half.
You got to respect the clickbait.
Oh, 100%.
That is elite clickbait.
Right.
Because you're tapping into like the Shade Room audience. You're tapping into NBA fans. You're
Yep.
tapping into every heterosexual man interested in sports. You had a golden opportunity to create a clip and you pussied out, but you created the greatest clickbait possibility.
That is, that's like Mr. Beast clickbait. I'm very impressed. But
Mr. Beast delivers, though. That's the difference. This guy.
That's another thing that we probably won't have the time to talk about, but someone's accusing him of being a big fat liar now too.
Mr. Beast. We can maybe get that. Now, did you see the actual text messages from Dwight Howard?
No.
So here, I'll read them out. So pretty much says, now Dwight said he's not gay. All right.
Okay.
He says, now I want you to know that I'm not like gay or anything. I'm just a little nasty sometimes. I don't want to offend you. And Dwight was pretty much asking to see his dick the whole time. Right? So he's not gay. He's just a little nasty. Completely different things.
New York. I'm looking at these.
Yeah. And the guy, he was
into freaky shit.
like I said, Dwight is not gay. He's just a little nasty.
Yep. He says, yes, I'm into freaky shit. Now, I want you to know I'm not like gay or anything. I'm just a little nasty sometimes. I don't want to offend you. And then it looks like there's movies and images being sent. I wonder what those are of.
Yeah.
I understand. We grown. I'm not offended. Let me see.
That emoji choice is wild.
No, the eggplant.
I'm not going to lie to you, dude. I was not very surprised when I saw this. He's from Atlanta. This is normal Atlanta behavior. I don't know if you know this, but LGBTQIA, the A stands for Atlanta. All right. This is what this is what a normal dude. Like I said, this is not gay. This is Atlanta behavior.
Right. Well, so let's parse it out here, because the gay thing, like,
he's not gay, just a little freaky.
The little freaky thing, you can be a little freaky. You know, everyone's a little freaky, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like you raped this guy, which is not okay.
No. And that's the really sad thing about this case.
Right.
Where he, allegedly raped someone and all people want to know is if he really stroked some wood through some underwear. Like, this shit is wild behavior. Yo.
Well, it's, I'm not one of those, like, men's rights guys or anything, but I will say, like, it's kind of funny that this guy got raped, allegedly.
Let's say the word sexually assault. I think
sexually assaulted.
I say it for the algorithm.
Allegedly, right?
Yes.
We're not accusing anyone of anything. Allegedly, this happened, and it's just kind of funny, you know?
Well, it's funny because, one, the way Dwight's going about it, because for him, he cares more about his public reputation of, he wants to be seen as a little freaky, not gay.
A little freaky.
Like, I think, and hey, that's a bad PR move by him, right? One, he shouldn't be talking to anybody, but
he should not be doing interviews. That's really bad,
and
really stupid.
And then, his Instagram, he keeps like posting shit.
Does he? Yeah, I've seen him post like TikToks of like, it's like how I respond to the haters, and it's like that's different than like people who are mad at you for committing crimes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like that's not a hater. That's just like a concerned citizen.
Well, I don't know if you remember this, but in 2018-ish, Dwight Howard had a similar situation where a transgender male to female woman accused Dwight of like verbally or like emotionally like abusing. See if you can find the article. That lady's name is.
It's not Kitty. It's someone different.
No, not who knows? It might be Kitty. MASINELIJE. Dwight Howard.
MASIN. What was the second part?
Elige, ELIJE.
Elige.
Yeah. Then Dwight Howard, yeah.
Dwight Howard's personal life. 3 17-year-old girls. Ooh. I guess he is a little freaky.
Nah, Dwight's crazy, dude. Anyway, so
So here's the thing: is like, so my brothers and I. Have you ever seen young Jalen Ramsey before he went to the Rams? He was on the Jags.
mm-hmm.
You ever see him do interviews?
Yes.
Super zesty,
Yeah.
right? And my brothers and I, we had a theory. It's like that's why he was such a good corner. Is he'd start talking shit and he'd just say stuff like, "Man, I'll suck your dick," I'll suck your dick," and stuff like that. And like that would get in your head, right? Like me, I'm trying to run routes and I'm like worried that this guy's like grabbing my junk and stuff. Like that gets in my head a little bit. So I'm wondering if that's how he was putting up 40 and 20 games.
When you he was an elite defensive player, so maybe he just got wood when you'd back him, because this is the 2010s basketball,
when
they're
physical.
You're backing down players, right?
Yeah.
So when someone was backing him down, he just like he said, don't worry where he's sticking his wood in people, right? That's only his business.
Right.
That's just he just had a killer mentality. Anyway, so let's talk about this situation real quick. So in 2018, I remember this. Shout out Sohan. Me and him. Dwight Howard had a controversy. I don't remember the exact situation that led up, but there was this transgender woman, and she tried to expose Dwight Howard on Twitter. There were all of these claims that maybe like Dwight allegedly abused her verbally or something, and then in her voice she's like, "I sent you nudes, Dwight. I sent you nudes. I let you fuck me from the ass, Dwight." And there was this phone call conversation. It was crazy. So Dwight got clowned on for that, and then he actually was kind of quiet when this happened, and he went on an interview and kind of said, "Yeah, it was all obviously bullshit," because this person tried to do the same thing to Playboy Cardi.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at the time these claims came about, Dwight Howard had a glute injury.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was on the Hornets at the time.
Correct.
He had a glute injury, and people were like, "Yo, this." It was the internet at the time,
you
right?
don't hear about that often.
Yeah. And people were obviously clowning on him there. So now the claims that were made back then, they were probably very true, right? They probably hold a lot more weight because, it came out of nowhere. But Dwight really may have always been into this type of stuff. Just not gay, just very freaky.
I'm not gay. It hurt at first to go through it. I was like, I never want to come outside again.
Oh, yeah, pull up this video.
So this was in 2019. He did an interview.
I went through a situation last year that kind of it really just set me free.
Okay.
It's a situation, it was an allegation with, a guy who said, it ended up being a situation that went viral. Mm-hmm. People were talking about it. And it upset me because I didn't even know who the person was. I'm like, why would somebody who I've never met, never had any contact with, make up a whole story about me? And I saw all the hate, the pure hate from people that I've never met before, just pile up everywhere I went against me. And I think that liberated me because I saw how a lot of people would feel, whether they're gay, whether they're straight, whether they have issues. People are afraid to be who they are. They're afraid to just step out and be, like you said, because they're afraid of what other people might say or think about them. And so that situation made me realize, you're not like this, but just be you, be free.
Meaning you're not gay.
I'm not gay, so just, it's a lot of people who are, and they have to hide. And it's people who have mental issues and they have to hide. It's people who have different problems in life and they have to hide. They have to put on a mask every day. It's like, well, I don't want to wear no mask. I just want to be.
It definitely is one of the most liberating things when you can truly feel like, I don't care.
I don't want to hear this woman talk. Pause it.
That's Christine, dude. She's great.
No, well, she's the one who tried to argue with my goat, LeVar Ball. Anyway.
She's great, dude.
All right. She won't shag you, dude.
No, she's married to a tech CEO now.
Okay, cool. She still won't shag you. That was a very gay answer.
Well, I'll say the suit was gay too.
Yes, that was an incredibly gay answer. The pants are a little too tight. You're 6'10", bro. Get some looser pants. Now, I do, on a more serious note, I respect the angle he's coming at, where I do feel bad for like Isaiah Rashad. I don't know if you know him. He's a rapper signed with Top Dog Entertainment. I'm a huge fan of his music. Incredible fan. And he had a situation where he had like a sex tape or something get leaked.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very unfortunate for him that it came out in that manner. And he went on stage and was like, I was thinking about doing a lot of things. I did not clown on him in any way. I'm a big fan. I felt very bad in that sense for him. And there are people like him who have to hide behind that. And I think everyone should just be who they are.
Yeah.
Without being judged. Now, I'm cool with this Dwight thing. It's just like the texts are so bad, right? The whole situation is very weird.
Yeah.
Where it is a little bit funny. But at the end of the day, dude, this is a sexual assault allegation. It is a very crazy line to,
that's
balance.
The issue. It's like changing the goalposts a little bit of like, and it's kind of smart, like what he's doing to like get he's like making the gay thing the issue as opposed to the sexual assault.
No, he's not. That's the thing. If he wanted to get by this a little bit better.
Well, he is, because he's going and he's talking about how the haters are mad at him because he's gay. Like,
no, he's not admitted
that's
to
his
being.
angle.
He's not admitted to being gay.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the angle he's taking is about the gay thing.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, if you
like he's saying like that's why everyone's mad, and it's like that's not the case. It's because he assaulted someone.
Well, the video he made, he literally said, "Don't worry about my business." That's the angle he's taking. Is
right,
yeah.
like whether or not I'm gay.
Okay, that's fair. I got you. Okay,
right, because it once you start breaking the law, it's not just your business anymore.
But I think if he wanted to go at like the gay angle, he should have been like, "Yeah, this is something I've had to." He should have been like, "Yes, this relationship was fully consensual," which he did, but he didn't.
Said that.
But he should have said like, "Yeah, this is who I am. I am gay." Right. That's how I think you have to fully go if you wanted to go like the gay angle. Which I mean, I don't think someone leveraging their sexuality to get out of a criminal case is a good idea.
That's what he's trying to do.
Right.
Well, I think he does not have. What he needs to do is get better lawyers, because whoever let him go and is continue to post stuff and continue to go on interviews, like some people will say like, if you have nothing to hide, if you're innocent, you know what I mean, like you should say that, and it's like that's never good legal advice ever, like ever to do that. And so he needs better representation is what he needs more than anything right now, because whoever his lawyer is letting him do all this shit is not acting in his best interest.
No, and it's stupid on him to go do a fucking interview.
Yeah, exactly.
Just in general, like
right.
He's
not
like
smart,
even just to talk ball in his sense.
Right.
I mean, the guy maybe he just loves hoops that much. You know what I mean?
If he did, he'd be playing in China right now.
He's in Taiwan. I think he's playing.
Is he playing in Taiwan?
Yeah, he's playing.
Well, maybe he does love ball.
He loves ball, dude. I mean, he put aside his ego to go play in Taiwan, dude. You're talking NBA legend.
That's crazy. I had an article. Antonio Brown had something to say about this.
Well, it's obviously not going to be very intelligent.
With a homophobic tweet. All right, here we go. He just said, "So you really out here sucking D, AO," with a bunch of laughy faces. Antonio Brown, dude.
Now, on a serious note,
he's got to be so stoked that he's not like the crazy one in this exchange. You know what I mean?
Dwight Howard makes a good point. Like, it's none of our business. Well,
it's not. No,
it's none of our business. By no means is it any of our business. But we got to keep a stack. Like, he's not helping his case. He should have just been quiet.
Right. Well, let's see what the video was.
The nonsense. Worry about all this bull crap. Mind your business. We say you going on dates with dudes, bro. Why the hell do you or anybody care who the hell I spend my time with? That's the problem with y'all people. Y'all worried about who people spend their time with. Whatever I'm doing in my bedroom is my damn business. Whatever you doing in your bedroom is your damn business. That ain't for everybody.
yeah, so that's what he's making it like a personal privacy thing as opposed to whether or not he did some illegal stuff, which a court of law will find that out. We are not lawyers or judges or jurors. Actually, I got a thing to report to jury duty, which I'm not happy about. I'm trying to get out of that, but
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was able to skip my jury duty because I saw the California thing.
oh, you were like, I don't live there anymore.
Yeah, so I skipped mine.
Yeah.
I don't care what the case is.
I got a letter. It was like, because I never got the initial summons. And then I got like a really angry letter. It was like, you missed it. Like, if you don't show up, you're fucked. And I was like, wait a minute. I never got the thing.
Dude, well, here, just tying back to that Dwight Howard thing. I don't know. I mean, I'm just reading this actually. Dwight has a couple options here.
Yep.
One, he can just shut up, which I think is the best thing for him. He can just shut up, get off social media, right? He's like, it's none of your business. Well, stop making it other people's business. Quit talking about it because he's adding more fuel to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Just be quiet, right? And then just come out later. Just explain everything what happened. And then just be like, hey, listen, I was going through a legal thing. I couldn't talk about it. But let's also be clear. What happens in my personal life is none of your business. Just with what my family. I don't have to report on what my kids are doing to you guys. I don't need to report on what, things like that, right? I think that would have been his best course of action. Or, bruh, he starts wearing a thong while playing basketball. Just go full gay. Just drop an OnlyFans. Just be like, fuck it. This is who I am. OnlyFans.com /D12, 12 for a reason.
Yeah.
Just something very gay. And just go at it and go, get back in the NBA somehow, right? Leverage that. He was out of the top 70.
I don't think he's getting back in the NBA.
Well, he was out of the top 75 for a reason. I guess he's a bottom.
It was a private consensual encounter that was made public for profit. Let's bring the truth to light in a court of law. Yeah. And then the guy was like, well, I did not consent. Yeah, so this is really an ugly thing that's kind of funny because it's a guy that it happened to. If it was a lady, I think it'd be a little different. But
Oh, no, we would not be talking about this in a good sense, like in the sense we're chatting about
right,
it.
we're a little laissez-faire with this.
Our
and,
tone would be incredibly different.
Yeah. But, that's just the way it is, I guess, these days, which is a thing. But whatever. So that's the Dwight thing. I mean,
I don't have nothing else to add. I mean, it's like, at the end of the day, too, I just want to talk ball.
right. I mean, that's why I'm here is to talk ball. Right? It's none of our business what Dwight does in his free time, and so we're just here to talk ball. And so
it's like, Jackson, I know, like, when I scrub your back in the shower, they don't need to know what soap I use. They don't need to know your favorite points.
So I'm going to take this up with you right now on camera and for the listeners here, because you're just giving me mixed signals, right? Because earlier I called you handsome and you're like, dude, come on. And then now you're saying like you want to scrub my back, and I'm sitting here. I don't know what to do, right? I'm imagine from where I'm sitting, okay?
First of all, it's not gay. It's just a little freaky.
Right. And so I think it's way less freaky to just be like, oh, you're kind of handsome, and then you're like, oh, fuck, like that's so weird. And then you're like, I want to scrub your back later.
First of all, I'm all about. I hate back knee.
I've got gnarly back. I've told you that before.
You've not told me that.
Yes, I have.
No, you have not.
I've got some back. It's actually a lot better, but it's still there.
I mean, I'm not surprised that you say that. Like, it's not like if I was a betting man, I probably would have bet that like you probably do have back knee.
Mm-hmm.
No offense. But like I said, that's why I'm trying to help you out, dude. Let me like the back is
so it's like just a completely platonic back scrub.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I'll have like gloves. Right?
Okay.
It'll be like a nice little bubble bath. We'll light a candle.
Are you gonna wear swim trunks?
What?
Are you gonna wear swim trunks in the bath?
I don't want to get my shorts wet, dude.
So no.
No.
Okay, but as long as we're soft, it stays platonic. What happens if you get a little halfy? Right, because I've got some back knee, but I've also got some lats. It might engage some parts of your brain. You know what I mean?
Well, first of all,
You
like
might get a little hot and bothered.
first of all, you thinking that I might get a boner during this is very gay of you.
I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah, well, I won't. I will not be. You know,
I don't know. Have you seen these lats?
I don't care.
We'll see.
All right, let's keep it a stack. I will not be scrubbing his back, just his feet. Dude, wow. This
See, that's what
Howard.
I'm saying. Mixed signals. Like I'm sitting
Yeah.
here. That's like 3 different directions. That's all I'm saying. Like we go, can't call him handsome. I'm going to scrub his back. No, I'm not. I'm going to scrub his feet. Like that's so many data points for me to juggle.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
my fault, bro.
Yeah. Thank you.
I want to help you out, but like not in like
Just
a,
like honest communication.
not even in like a freaky way. Just like I'm not from Atlanta, so I can't rock like that. You know?
Right.
So like just like in a very normal, let me help you out type shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So just not even platonic, just like an act of kindness.
Exactly.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
No, of course.
Okay. I'll stop calling you handsome.
Okay, thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me insecure.
I mean it when I say it. I mean, it's not like a joke, you know?
No, yeah, but I mean, I prefer it when it comes from a girl.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be like biological or anything, but it's like fuck, like at least like.
I mean, you do
At
get
first.
it from enough like guys too. Like,
Yeah,
like the-
I've get it. I haven't not gotten hit on by a guy in quite a few months.
That's good. Or bad.
No,
Depending how you look at it.
well, I mean, it was cool the first time. It was like, fuck, well, dude, thanks.
Makes
like,
you feel good about yourself. You're
Yeah,
like,
it's like, fuck, I might just go to the bar and just like, get a couple free drinks. Like, I'm
Right.
so sick of buying a chick a drink at the bar and be like, what do you do for work? And then her just going walking out and hanging out with some other guy. I'm like kind of getting sick of that.
Especially in Old Town Scottsdale.
Oh yeah,
You
dude.
buy a couple margaritas, you turn around, she's gone, dude. She's gone. She took yours to her friend.
She's like, thank you. And then it's like then she's just dancing with another guy.
Right.
Well, dude, there is one time I've told you this. So for one, disclosure, I have stopped drinking, right? I have pretty much fully stopped drinking because we did the 9x9, go watch another episode. I'm not going to explain it. One time when I was in Old Town Scottsdale, I was incredibly drunk.
He was.
And, well, you weren't there.
Oh, it was a different time?
Yeah,
This
but it
is
was
the car thing?
before I even met you.
Okay.
Yeah. I was incredibly drunk, and I went out to a bar, and me and my friend, we started talking to these 2 girls. Now, they were having a good, genuine, interesting conversation, but I kept forgetting everything she said because I was so drunk.
Right. And it probably wasn't interesting too. Like, let's be real.
Yes, it was not interesting.
Yeah.
You're very right. Thanks for the correction.
Yep.
Now, I asked her what she does for work or something like that. She's like, she works with kids or some shit. I don't know. I'm just making it up. And then like 3 minutes later, because I just don't care. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking in my head, all right, what can I do for her to shag me? Right. I asked her again. She's like, wow, you weren't even fucking paying attention. And she turned, and then she took the drink I bought for her, her friend, and my friend. Right. I was like, all on me, this, that.
Right,
when I was in college, and I probably had like $19 in my bank account at this point. Right. She's like, and then we go back to that. And if you don't know how Old Town works, just like the Old Town Scottsdale bars, there's a bunch of bars. You just go bar hop in between. And dude, I have to actually go open up that window.
Okay. Yeah, it's on your face right now.
Yeah. And pretty much I go back to that bar and I see her again with another guy dancing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I wanted to go up and tell the guy, hey, you owe me a fucking drink.
You owe me $12 plus a tip.
All right, Jackson, start jiggling your tits while I fix the window.
Let's see, what can we do? Leave a comment below about the worst time you've ever been taken advantage of, my men out there, by the ladies in your wallet. Tell us about it.
Oh my God, it's so bright.
It's even more bright.
Dude,
So this is not the right time to do this, is what we're learning right now. What time is it right now? Late afternoon. So the sun is setting over there. And we now know this is not when we want to do this. Or we got to get like a blackout curtain for that window or something.
yeah.
But hey, it's a learning experience. We're all learning. You're learning with us. Rohan, what's the weirdest, or I'd say the most obscure lesson you've learned recently from an experience you've had? You just kind of gave us one there of like, don't buy drinks for strangers, but what else you got?
Okay, hold on. Let me just look. Okay, this is fine. I'll just be kind of close.
Just come on it, yeah. It's on your side a little bit, but you're good. It looks good on here too, so you're good.
Just a learning lesson I've learned.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't a learning lesson I learned. Doesn't
No,
even
just
make
like a
sense.
lesson you've learned.
I don't know.
You don't got anything?
Nah, I'm pretty stupid.
All right. Well, that's our lessons with Rohan segment. I hope you learned something. You did just give us one though. Like, don't buy drinks for strange ladies at the bar.
Well, she wasn't strange. Like, I mean, if I was more sober, I probably would have, had a conversation with her and pretended to care, right? But I just couldn't because I was just so drunk out of my mind.
So the lesson is,
I don't drink anymore, dude. I just don't drink. I don't drink. I've never smoked weed that much. Right? Not at all. I've smoked weed maybe like 3 times in my life. I've tried it once, and then I did it once at a golf course.
at a golf course.
So
That just sounds hilarious. It's like, I've never smoked weed. I've just done it a few times. And once at a golf course.
well, once at a golf course was with you, actually.
Uh-huh.
Once was in college. No, twice was in college. Twice was in college, yes. Once my freshman year, I tried it once, and then once my... this is so fucking boring. You're like, who the fuck cares?
I don't know. Like, people like drug stories, but
Well, people like pharma, too. People love big pharma as well.
big pharma.
Yeah, Mr. Kelsey, he loves big pharma. Speaking of drugs.
Dude, I found this video, Travis. I want you to see it.
All right, wait. But before we... Okay, is Taylor Swift in here?
She's not in the video.
Okay, I want to make something very clear.
Okay.
I do not want to talk about the relationship.
Yes.
I do not care about Taylor Swift.
Okay.
I do not care about Travis Kelsey.
Okay.
And most importantly, I do not like mayonnaise. So this is not...
Mayonnaise?
I do not like mayonnaise. So this is not a topic. I do not care, right? I wouldn't mind talking about Travis Kelsey and him being a corporate sellout to big pharma, right? Trying to...
You're going to love this video.
Okay. I just don't want to talk about Taylor Swift.
You're going to love this video.
Okay, let's watch it.
By the way, we'll talk about this in a second, but I've done some things I don't give a shit about for you. Dylan Danis fight. So, and then what was the other thing?
Whitney Cummings.
Whitney Cummings special. So I don't want to hear any of your bullshit right now. Oh, I don't want to talk about Taylor Swift for 5 minutes. Eat a dick, all right? We're going to watch this video.
The Whitney Cummings one was crazy, too,
Yeah.
because I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear shit from you. Okay. Let's not talk about the most trending topic on the internet. All right, check out Travis here. Are you watching? You got to watch Travis.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Travis Kelsey busting a move for a good cause.
Do you see that shit?
That's what the vaccine does to you.
This is Pfizer. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at...
Dude, just doing a Fortnite emoji.
Who is he with? Who are these people?
So what is this for?
It's for charity of some sort.
Oh, that's okay.
No. Hear me out here, because if it was really about, it's for charity for underprivileged youth, right? If it was really about the kids, he would not be dancing like this.
He's doing Fortnite emojis. Or
No. He would be, it's not, how is this helping any kids? Are orphans getting parents right now as he's doing this? Is Bruce Wayne at the orphanage right now being like, I don't need to be Batman. Like, I'm good. I just saw Travis make a fool of himself.
So this is for an orphanage thing?
No, it's like a Boys and Girls Club thing.
Bro, you're hating.
I am 100%. Yeah.
Okay, that's at least you admitted it.
Yeah, no. I'm like, this isn't like, I'm hating 100%, like 10,000%. And it's, I don't know, man. There's something about this. Like, I'm sure he's a good guy. I actually can reasonably assume he is, right? Like, he's at a charity event. I don't know if you've watched the podcast with his brother, but I like people who are close with their brothers. That's a good character trait to me. Like, he seems like a good guy, but I will never like hang out with this. Like, hey, you want to go dance? Like, what is this? And there's not putting the second part in here, but like, you ever see like those white people high school movies from like the 80s, where like there's this shy girl?
Sure.
So there's the shy girl, and she gets like pulled up by like.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, it's like, hey, you be a part of the fun too. He does that with someone in this, like he's in a movie. You know what I mean? I don't like it, and I am hating. You're right, and I've hated on this show before. This won't be the last time I hate on this show.
Dude, yeah, I mean,
but here's the thing. So I'll ask you this, because I sent this to my mother and I was like, this is lame as shit. And she was like, Jackson, come on. She's doing what you're doing. It's at a charity. The thing's fine. I was like, if this was me, your son, dancing like this on the internet, what would you think? And she was like, I wouldn't like it. So I'll ask you, if you had a kid, you saw him doing this, what are you thinking?
well, first of all, I don't want kids, but yeah.
Right, just hypothetically. We don't need to do the whole kids thing, but
Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I'd be pretty disappointed.
right.
Yeah.
It's just not. This is your son. Look at this. It's just not. And listen, like you've seen me, like I'm a white guy who can't dance that does it with a lot of energy, just like that. But there's a difference between doing that when you're like at an event or a function versus doing it like in a glee club like this.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't like the vibe. I don't like it. And I think it's because of the Pfizer thing and because I'm sick and tired of hearing about Taylor Swift when I'm trying to watch Red Zone.
Yeah.
Scott Hansen, love him, is fruity enough. I don't need to hear him fangirl over Taylor Swift. I just don't need it on my Sundays.
Yeah, well, I don't like Travis Kelce for a couple of reasons. One, he's on the Chiefs. I'm a Raiders fan. Been a Raiders fan in my...
That's fair.
Right, so there's that.
That's very fair.
And also just selling out to Big Pharma is...
I don't like that.
One of the lamest things. And to add another point onto that, he made like $20 million?
Per year with the Chiefs?
I mean, this season. Let's just call it this season.
15 a year is his average.
All right, he could have
value.
just thrown $1 million and just not had to do all this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the kids need money. They don't need you dancing like a fruitcake.
Yeah. He could have invited them all out to a game.
And I'm sure he gave money, too. Like, I'm not saying he didn't.
I don't know. That Pfizer money probably got at least like a few million off of that commercial.
I would assume he made at least $1 million, yeah.
All right, so let's lowball. Let's say $750. He could have donated all of that. That wouldn't have hurt his pockets at all.
And I'm sure he has given a ton of money to charity. It seems like he's very active in his community. Like, I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying you don't need to do this. It's just so lame. It's so lame. And I don't know do you think he's like this, or do you think it's because he's dating a notably crazy chick? And listen, I love Taylor Swift as much as the next guy. Like, I know a lot of the songs, like the words of the songs. I like Taylor Swift, but she's nuts.
So I don't know anything about her.
Okay.
Well, he also could have taken some of Taylor Swift's money and donated it. She's like a billionaire now. Why is she nuts? Why are we talking about? All right, I'll talk about this because I made you watch Whitney Cummings special.
Right. Among other things. So I wouldn't say I'm a Swiftie. Actually, I'm going to say it. I'm not a Swiftie because Swifties would be mad if I identified as such because they're way more intense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mind a Taylor Swift song. She's really talented. She's good. But she's that chick who runs through She's like, but it's not like in a trashy way. She just will date everyone, do it like seriously. So she's not like, loose or anything. It's not like that. It's like she's going to date a bunch of guys, learn about them and their insecurities, and then feast on those and tear your little heart out. And just like, she's the kind of chick who would like burn all your shit.
Okay.
Like when you break up, it's not just like all right, we're breaking up. It's we're breaking up. I'm going to take all your stuff, put it in the driveway and light it on fire.
I did not know that.
That's her vibe.
Dude, I need her to fuck Travis Kelce mentally come playoff time.
So there's a theory because she's an Eagles fan.
Wow.
She's an Eagles fan. And so the theory is
She might fuck his brother.
well, his brother's married with kids.
Who cares?
I don't think his brother would do that. But the theory is they're going to have a Super Bowl rematch, right? And just before that, she's going to pull the cord and just destroy him mentally. So he's not ready for that. Bit of a conspiracy theory there.
All right, keep going because I don't want to talk about this.
Yep.
This is your segment.
That's like, what do you think? Do you think that's plausible?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I don't fucking care. For sure. All I care, listen, I don't want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again. That's my only concern. And I guess, hey, I will become a Swiftie if she emotionally manipulates Travis Kelce into wanting to cut himself before the Super Bowl.
I think we're heading for that. I really do. And I'm okay with it because I'm not a fan of Kelce anymore. I don't like the Pfizer thing. It's really lame.
No.
And the ad is lame too.
I saw the ad yesterday again. It just pissed me off. They're like double the shots.
It's corny. It's just like, and it's not even, and he's like late to the party too. It's not like when it was a thing, He's like, go get your 8th booster.
What number are we on? Can you Google what number booster are we on? And by the way, we are not making what? Fuck it. We're making it. If you're getting the booster and you're like in your 20s, you're kind of.
It's 2023. If you are in your 20s getting a booster,
you're not gay.
You're a nerd.
You're not gay. You're just a little freaky, is what we're saying.
You're a nerd.
You're a little freaky. Jesus Christ. Like, I think my grandmother, who's like at risk at this point, doesn't even want to get these things anymore.
I don't know why you would. They don't work too. That's the thing.
Oh, this is about to get fucking.
Yeah, I don't want to get into this whole fucking.
No, don't. Just to see what number we're on, we'll call it, because otherwise we're gonna get fucking demonetized.
I don't know. We probably already are, honestly, but I don't know. It doesn't say.
They probably lost count.
They probably don't want to say on their. You know what I mean? Because it's getting ridiculous. But is it? I don't. We don't need to talk about the fucking vaccine.
No. We're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, I had a question, but we can talk about it off screen.
Well, let's just talk about that ad then. Travis Kelce saying you should get your. First of all, I've never gotten a flu shot in my life.
Really?
No. So Travis Kelce saying you should just double up on the shots, right? You can get 2 for the price of 1.
I think it's like, yeah.
That was what I looked at that commercial. I was like, all right, dude, like let's not. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves here, right? We're way past. I think nobody talks about COVID anymore. If you have it, like people still go out with it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like one of those things. Like if you have it, it's like people. The only reason people would stay home for the Corona beer is to get out of work. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason people would like admit that they have it, right? Otherwise, you just go out and kind of go about your day with it. I haven't had it since 2021, and when I had it, I was super sick, so I just stayed home. But I think nowadays, people when they do have it, they still just go out. I don't know. I haven't heard of any cases anymore, but
I mean, there's the whole. I mean, there's the whole fucking COVID rabbit hole. We don't need to do all that.
All right,
shit,
cool. Let's go. I want to backpedal on the point you made earlier of me making you watch things.
Okay.
So Winnie Cummings, my bad. I'll apologize for that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Dylan Danis, dude. That dude, I have never been blue ball, like one of the greatest buildups to a fight ever.
Yeah.
An incredible buildup. And here's the thing. I think in terms of like the skill and like if you're talking in terms of skill to build up, right? Like you talk about Khabib and Conor, two incredibly skillful fighters where like even if Conor didn't do all that crazy buildup where he was smashing the glass of the Khabib's team bus to, you know, the insults about religion or whatever, people would still watch the fight because they're just two incredible fighters. Logan Paul stinks at boxing. I think it's been on display. He sucks. And Dylan Dennis didn't even come into the fight with a coach. Like, and he's never boxed before, and he hasn't fought in like 3 years. The amount of hype Dylan was able to bring to this fight was absolutely incredible. But man, it didn't matter if he lost. He went out like such a loser. He went out so bad. I don't know. So I made us watch it, and I didn't make us watch it like how we were just watching the Francis fight. We were just like kind of doing other things. We sat down. We took out time of our day to watch this fight. So I need to apologize for that. That was a waste of our time.
It was.
You know what? I mean, what was the least favorite? Or how do you think Dylan could have prevented this? You know, his reputation being flipped. You know, like he went from hated to loved. How do you think he still could have like rode some of that like love momentum even after losing?
I don't know. Just like actually fight, but it's. I don't know. The real sucker is the audience, because we as human beings should have seen that coming. I don't know why we expected anything more.
Well, for one, it was two boxers who suck. So
Right.
it's like you're kind of just like I mean, it's kind of fun like watching people who can't. What the hell?
That was your Siri or something.
Oh, whoops! Serious talking to me.
Well, no, because I've watched other people who can't box before. Like I watched the Jake Paul fights, and he's a way better boxer than either of them, and those are boring too. Like it's not entertaining at all to watch these guys, and we let the hype get to us.
Okay, so I think let's actually compare one of the fights. So Nate Diaz, Jake Paul, right?
Boring.
Very boring fight, and even though Diaz lost. And we can actually say this is a story of Diaz's career. He goes out like a champ.
Yeah.
Bloodied. Gave it his all. If he's showboating, it's because he's going, it's like, I'm a dog, and you're not going to like outdog me, right? Dylan came out like a pussy. He talked way too much to not want to fight. And it's kind of sad to say this because I've been a fan of the guy. I'm not a fan of the guy anymore. I've been a fan of the guy. I've always thought he was really funny, right? But he's a keyboard warrior. Like he is the pure definition of what a keyboard warrior is.
Yeah, it's I think the saddest part about that whole thing for me was the fact that Ariel was doing that. And I said this to you before, but like the fact Ariel is that like that's what he's doing now is kind of a bummer to me, because he is like, you know, and like people don't like him or whatever, but he's one of the best in terms of just journalism and journalistic integrity, and like the hours he's done and the work he's done, the connections he's made. Like he knows, like he's the guy in that sport.
Yes.
And now he's doing this YouTube boxing thing, and I was just bummed out watching that. But he said something really smart, and it was like, Dylan is like you said, an internet guy. He lives on the internet, and it looked like he was fighting scared. Like he didn't want to have like the meme, like that Ben Askren, like flying knee. You know what I mean? Now, whenever you think Ben Askren, you think of he didn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So he didn't engage at all. And so I don't know. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, and I don't know Dylan Dennis at all, but like that's kind of what it looked like. He looked like he was scared, like he didn't want to do anything because there was no action.
I think the thing is the whole internet kind of went into the fight telling him that, listen, all you have to do, you don't have to win. You're not the favorite to win. You're not even close to the favorite to win. Just don't get knocked out, right? And just put up a fight. But people did not tell him to put up a fight. He's like, all right, if I just don't get knocked out, I win. And he wasted all of our time. The KSI versus Tommy Fury fight wasted all of our time.
I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, I mean, you left. I mean, I did something productive during that time, like when I washed dishes, right? But you know, it's the epitome keyboard warrior now for Dylan Dennis. He wants to go into the WWE or UFC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the WWE would really want him because of the way he built the fight. Wasn't necessarily like the WWE has a very wide audience age range.
Okay.
Dylan, you know,
Is not.
no, not
Yeah.
even close, right?
It caps at 25 probably.
Yeah, it was technically borderline harassment. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was technically a Nina Agdal fan page. You know,
Yeah. It's yeah. Well, that's the thing is like with the lawsuit. Is he going through with that?
I think so.
Because he was like, "I forgive you," and it's like, well, you're still suing him.
No, the lawsuit's still happening.
Yeah, it's still happening. Sent legal notice to Dylan Dennis. Yeah, so I don't like that he's suing. I think that's lame as shit.
Yeah, that's old news though. I mean, like I said, Logan's not a real fighter either. It's just entertainment for this guy.
It's I don't know. In terms of things I don't give a shit about, that's one of them now.
No,
like that
for
was
sure.
such a waste of time. I just feel like we had to talk about it because we were hyping it up big time.
Well, I mean, he fooled everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking Ponzi scheme.
We got
this
played a
time. little.
We got played a little bit, which happens to the best of us.
No, for sure it does happen. It 100% happens to the best of us.
We got caught up in because it was funny, man.
Has there ever been, another fight that has, had a lot of build up and that was a complete disappointment? What were some other ones like that? I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Izzy versus Silva
Yeah,
was an absolute snooze fest. And that was hyped up just because like Izzy was the new guy and Silva was like the old guy. A little bit different though. Like it wasn't like the hype wasn't manufactured like it was in this other one. That was a snoozer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what else.
Yeah, this is how women feel with guys too. We build up all this hype, like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you. There's like best we do is like fuck a little fart out of them,
Right.
That's probably how women feel with guys.
At least some, yeah. That is. I'm trying to think who else was a snoozer. Like that Thug Rose fight was a
Oh, that was
snoozer. Who did she
terrible.
fight?
The Asian girl.
Wei Li.
Yeah,
That one stunk. That's one of the worst I've ever seen.
and that was like a title defense for her too, right?
Yeah, it was a title fight. I'm trying to think what else stunk. There's another Izzy one when he fought. Who's the Cuban guy? Big Jack Cuban. I should know this. It's escaping me. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
He's a Cuban. He's a wrestler. Yoel Romero. This guy. Did you watch this one?
No, I haven't seen this
Look
fight.
how fucking jacked Yoel is, by the way. There's on Rogan. They've talked about this guy a lot, and he's like the UFC like doctors are like this guy's an alien. Like he's not real. Like the way he heals from stuff too. It's like he's just like he's a fake person. How athletic he is, but
like a LeBron.
yeah, exactly. But he fought Izzy, and because Izzy likes to stand on the outside, and Yoel was like. He would just back up and be like, come on. And neither of them engaged. And the ref would be like, you guys got to fucking fight. Like, this is ridiculous. And they just did that for 5 rounds. It was a snoozer.
Did Izzy win that fight?
He did. Yeah, he did. I think it was very close. It was.
I mean, Izzy's been on a losing streak.
That one was like, this was a while ago. This was like Wei Li Zhang, Thug Rose. It was very much, it was like, no one really won this thing,
I mean, the fight we just watched. It's kind of a snooze fest too.
Yeah, we'll put this at the end there, but we watched Tyson Fury versus Ngannou, and that was, I mean, there was a knockdown at least. They were at least like engaging, It wasn't like a bloodbath or anything, but
I mean, you expect a little bit more from Tyson, though.
yeah, he did not look like himself. I think it was a lot harder than he thought it was going to be. Gonna look great. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to say it was a robbery. I wasn't watching closely enough to know whether or not that's the case. You know?
No, I mean, our very legal live stream just kept skipping around and
Right.
lagging out. We had to keep refreshing links for our very legal live stream.
Yeah, if you guys make it that far, you'll see that it was very legitimate.
Incredibly legitimate. I don't think we did anything.
ESPN Plus needs to get their shit together, but that's all right. You can't all be as cool as us.
No.
Disney company.
What's Disney been up to as because I know like for example like Pixar is owned by Disney, right?
I think they're like the parent company. Yeah.
What movies has Disney come out with recently? Because I like the last.
Well, so there haven't been any movies recently because of the strike.
Oh, the Hollywood strike.
The
Yeah,
Hollywood
yeah,
strike.
yeah.
So there hasn't. But so what has happened recently? Actually, this just happened yesterday, and we did not plan to talk about this. So that's interesting. But so have you heard about the whole Snow White thing?
No.
So I don't have an opinion on this, but it's one of the classic like. So Snow White,
I know. I know.
her name is White. Like she's white.
Yes.
And they casted a non-white person as Snow White. And so people got mad about that. And then additionally, the chick like hates Snow White. She's like, the story sucks. It's about how men are evil. And so people got mad about that because like, why are you playing the character if you fucking hate her? And then there's the 7 dwarves in Snow White. And they like did what Disney does. Like one of them's Asian, one of them's black, one of them's it's like they did that whole thing. When in the thing, it's like a Northeast English fairy tale or whatever. It's like German, I think. But anyways, so it's like that's not the region where a bunch of people lived, but whatever, like it's, and so people got mad about it, right? And they just delayed the movie by a year because it was getting so much hate, and people were mad about it, and their stock has been tanking with all these movies they've been doing.
Pull up the commercial. So is there like a commercial leak?
I don't think there's a trailer yet.
Or just pull up some pictures or something.
I'll see Snow White, Disney 2024. So Gal Gadot's the evil queen.
Oh, I know who that is. Yeah.
She's Wonder Woman. She is, it's like, it's a lot of the same shit that The Little Mermaid did.
I didn't care about Little Mermaid.
I don't care either.
I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, this is not on my list of priorities, but you just asked about Disney. But so now they're delaying it and they're CGIing the dwarves to all be like they traditionally look like.
That's like lame.
They like caved. Yeah, they caved a little bit. Which has been delayed. So all these dwarves, like you see, they're like CGI'd like that.
Yes.
So this is the chick.
And
she is
Rachel
Zegler. And she's young, 22. And so she's had some interviews where like she talks a lot of shit about the source material that she's doing, which isn't a good look, but and then she's done a lot of like distasteful things that make people not like her, I guess. I don't know enough about it. She was in West Side Story. I don't know. But I would assume she's talented because like to get a role like this, I assume
at 22.
Right. It's like I would assume she's very good at her job, but I haven't seen her in anything, but people are mad about this. So this is the most recent like Disney thing. There's not a ton going on right now because of the Hollywood strike, but South Park just did an episode about Disney as well. It came out yesterday.
Just go back. I want to actually bounce back to this. So they originally had actual like dwarves, like actual little people. I think that's what they prefer to be called, right? Played the dwarfs in the movie. Correct.
So there was controversy about that because the guy in Game of Thrones.
No.
So there's a dwarf in Game of Thrones. So these were going to be the 7 dwarves. So you got your actual dwarf there. Bargain bin Lenny Kravitz. This guy looks like a pirate. I don't know what his deal. It looks like Tyreek Hill a little bit. And then this chick, and then this guy. So these were gonna be the dwarves, and people were mad about that because they're like, the dwarves are not, they're not diverse, I guess. But
I was gonna be mad because like these are not dwarfs. These guys are like all like 5'8", 5'9".
So there's a thing. So there's in Game of Thrones, like one of the main characters is a dwarf, and so the guy who plays him, do you know who Peter Dinklage is? You might know him if you saw him.
Yeah, what about him anyway?
But so he was like, they can't. He said it's evil for them, or not evil, but like it's bad for them to cast dwarves in roles for dwarves, even though that's what he did, and that's why he's like famous now.
Okay.
Like he's made a ton of money, and that like has a ton of notoriety off of Game of Thrones, which is the role was written for a dwarf, and so he took the job as a dwarf or a little person. And
What a fucking stupid point. You're gonna cast Shaq as one of the 7 dwarves, bro.
right, and I think people were mad at him, like other little people, because they were like, you're gonna do this, and then like they were like, pull the ladder up, so we can't climb it with you or whatever.
What a fucking hypocrite. Exactly.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of like controversy around this movie and the casting before it even came out.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid, bro. You have like a dude, the guy in the back is taller than me. He's like 6'4".
Yeah, this guy looks really tall.
You know how fucking stupid that looks if he's one of the dwarves? I'm mad too. They should have delayed it. This is horseshit. He's 6'4". Look, there's like one dwarf. He deserves to be on the cast. This guy's a 6'4". What are we doing?
He's tall, yeah. Well, I think what they were in their defense. So have you seen the Lord of the Rings movies? You probably haven't, right?
No.
So what there's hobbits in that, and they're
Yes,
short
I know that.
people.
I know that. Yes.
And so what they got normally tall people to play that, and they would kind of like digitally make them smaller.
That's fucked too. Just get the fucking midget, bro. What is wrong with people? Just get the fucking midget to play this. This is crazy.
Well, in my thing, it's acting, right? So it's like I think you can make.
There's probably very talented midgets.
I'm sure there are.
Incredibly. And if the first dude's a fucking midget, you couldn't find 7 more like him?
Right, but
They're a dwarf. They're a fucking side cast. They don't even have to talk.
Wait. These guys are actors. They're playing a role. So
I'm saying, even if you couldn't find 7 talented fucking midgets, right? Let's say you just couldn't find 7.
Right.
Let's say you were stuck at 5.
Right.
You couldn't train a couple of them? Or you just could have just given them like
Acting's
2 lines?
hard, dude.
You couldn't have given them like 2 lines?
No, you just cast whoever the fuck you want. It's your movie.
Exactly. It's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, you could have not like been like, okay, we only found 5 in Hollywood that were down for the pay. So listen, I went out. All right, listen, we went to the kids section in a Gap. We found 2 more of them. And we were like, hey, do you want to play? We'll give you 80 grand. You're not going to have any lines. It'll be like more of a side piece. They hire side actors all the time who have no acting experience, where they could just be in the background or like the grocery clerk, maybe like an hour of training.
Okay.
Right? Maybe a fucking hour. It's like, hey, just give them the money. Just keep your bits. But they decided to get one dude who's actually qualified for the role and a guy who's 6'5". That dude is probably, you know what movie that guy in the top would be great at? Space Jam 2. He's probably a better actor than fucking LeBron. He should have been the main character. This is insane. And the thing
you need to relax.
No, I'm serious. The thing is now they're taking away his cheddar. Little dude, right? In the bottom right. They're taking away his cheddar.
He didn't. No one won the role, dude. They should be able to cast whoever the fuck they want.
But they're getting fucking CGI now, bro.
Because they caved. That's what you can't do is cave. If you're gonna make a woke fucking movie where you cast everyone like this and you do the whole song and dance, like that's fine. You have the money. They're Disney. They can do whatever the fuck they want. The bitch move is to cave, which you can't do.
I say they fucked up from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
Listen, keep little buddy right there in the top right.
It's acting.
Keep little buddy in the top bottom right. I don't care. You need a little authenticity in the movie, okay? Okay, you can't have Harold and Kumar be, a star, 2 white guys, all right? There is cultural differences, all right?
Right, but they didn't do that though.
They fucked up. And then they went to CGI. They fucking played the system. This is ridiculous.
I like here's a this is a Bill Burr bit, but have you like what if so in the movie where the guy plays Stephen Hawking, do you need someone with cerebral palsy to do that? or can you just get a fucking actor
That's
to pretend?
No, that's a little bit more of an extreme. That's a little bit more of an extreme. Because you can't have I don't care. You can't have a guy who's 6'4" be one of the little dwarfs.
Why not? You just CGI it.
Because it's not a comedy movie that these guys are trying to make. If you were making a comedy movie about dwarves and your starting cast was Yao Ming, Shaq, right, like Sean Bradley, like
I don't think it hurts anything.
Victor Wembanyama, that would be hilarious. That would be a hilarious concept, right?
I don't think.
But you
so.
can't. That would.
Sounds stupid.
It is stupid, but it's like a Burt Kreischer type movie. You know what I mean? Where it's like if you're making a movie, if Burt Kreischer directed like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, I think it would have been hilarious if you got like Shaq as the one to play one of the dwarves, right? Like just a CGI and it's obviously Shaq. I think that would have been funny because we all know, dude, Shaq's like the big scary guy, right? Now in this case, this is like they're trying to like go like, we want to make this authentic to the real story, right? I don't care about the diversity thing. You know, I think it's actually good, but I'm a little bit mad that you actually have somebody who's 6'4" playing a fucking dwarf. That makes no sense.
What you just said is like those are two opposing things you just said. So you think the diversity is good, right? So you're
on the racial side, it's okay. I don't care.
Right. But so you're saying the roles are dwarves, right?
Yeah.
And so dwarves need to play them. Right?
Yeah, I said that's fine.
Okay, but they're white dwarves.
In the movie or in the actual book?
Yeah.
All right, then fine. Keep them white. I don't fucking care.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But like, we got to be consistent here.
All right, yeah, keep them white. I don't fucking care.
See, I don't
if that
give a
makes
shit.
If that makes the movie, fine. No, I'm just saying you can't have a 6'4" person playing a dwarf.
I think you can.
They can't be 6'4" in a movie and be a dwarf. They can't be taller than Snow White in the movie. That doesn't make sense.
They trim him down. He's not
in this picture. They're clearly not trimmed down.
This isn't from the. This is not.
Well, why didn't you not tell me that in the beginning? I thought these were the dwarves that were going to be walking around.
No, this is.
I was confused. I was like, dude.
Fuck.
Dude, you should have told me. I thought these were.
I thought you knew.
Dude,
we said
these are
we
a
gotta go
bunch
back.
of-
We gotta go back and watch the tape. I'm pretty sure I said they cut him down.
Dude,
I'm pretty sure they said they. Cut
these
him
are
down.
7 dwarves, like dressed up as a bunch of weirdos.
Right.
I was thinking.
Well, they're just in costume. This is
so
like,
they would condense them with a CGI.
right.
Then I don't care.
Okay.
I was saying they shouldn't be 6'4" in the movie.
I agree completely because you're not a dwarf.
That's the point I was coming at.
Okay.
And I was like, we can't have a 6'4" dwarf be in the movie for the sake of fucking like offending little people.
Oh my God. Talk about wasting time. Jesus Christ. If you can't tell, we're a little rusty here when it comes to communication, but
dude.
Yeah, I think they're gonna shrink these people. He looks really happy to be there.
Well, they don't need to shrink him.
Yeah, I think he's good as he is. Or if they make him like the shorter dwarf.
Or imagine if they just can't like shrink everyone his up, they just make him a little taller.
Right. They're all 6'4". They CGI him taller.
They just make Yao Ming Snow White instead.
Right. I don't know. I hope it's a good movie.
You're not gonna watch it, dude.
No. I liked there's I watched Beauty and the Beast a lot when I was like 2 years old.
Little
apparently.
freaky.
Yeah. So I like those old animated Disney movies when I was growing up. Like Lion King. Did you ever watch?
Yeah, but those were great. I don't know. All movies kind of suck now.
Yeah, they're just remaking all those like in live action, which is what they're doing here. I hope it's good. I don't know, because I don't want to let a bunch of kids to grow up with a shitty Snow White movie. You know what I mean? That's not good.
I mean, Toy Story, the newest one, stunk.
This one's apparently about how it's like they're changing it to be like, because like the prince like kisses her and wakes her up is the whole thing. and they're saying that's like misogynist, and so they're changing the story to make it not misogynist.
Oh my God, dude. Like that's like whatever. All right, well I don't. Cause it's not like I was gonna watch it.
That's what
anyway.
I think is stupid.
See. I'm not gonna care about that because I'm not gonna watch it. I was just mad that you're gonna have a 6'4" dwarf in a movie. Like I thought that was crazy behavior, dude. I was like, dude, this is not the W. This is like he's an average NBA player.
Yeah. Well, that's what's going on at Disney. So they delayed it by a year. It's coming out in 2025 now, and people are saying it's just never going to get released because people don't like it. I think they need to release it though, probably to like at least make some money back. I would assume. I don't know about that whole business though. But that's what Disney's up to. There's a lot of movies are on hold right now.
I mean, Disney's released some stinkers in the past few years, and Pixar, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, Cars was my favorite movie as a kid. Cars 3 or whatever, the newest one was stunk. Toy Story, the newest one.
Cars was good. Toy Story was good growing up.
This new ones all stink, though.
Yeah, I never saw the newest one. The one, I think Toy Story 4
Was the newest one.
is the most, which
It was the one with like the spoon, like the Down syndrome spoon.
there's one with, what's Toy Story 3?
That one was great when it was like the daycare with the purple bear.
Yep, this one was awesome.
This was incredible.
Toy Story 3, I never saw Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4 stunk.
Okay.
I thought it was really, but it was about like a spoon with Down syndrome, dude. It stunk.
Okay. Keanu Reeves was in it.
Was he? What was he? What character did he play?
Duke Kaboom.
Oh, okay, that was not a main character.
He was just a little side voice.
Yeah, it was a
for
good
him.
character though. It was a good character.
Fucking love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, it's just
And then the 5th one just came out.
no.
It's about to.
I didn't even know that. When's the fifth?
Officially been announced. I think that's why they remember the NFL Toy Story thing they were doing. I think it's like a tie-in.
That'd be nice.
It has been announced and is an active development at Disney with Woody Buzz expected to return alongside their counterparts. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, they're coming out with a new one.
Dude, Toy Story 3 was incredible as a movie, dude. It was so good.
I liked Toy Story 3. I remember at being in the theater and like when you that point where you think they're all gonna die.
Yeah.
I was like fucked up.
Yeah.
I was fucked up.
Movies are Cars 1, incredible too. Dude.
Cars 1 is really good.
Cars 2 kind of stunk.
I never saw Cars 2.
Cars 2 was really bad. And then Cars 3 was like a kind of like a feminist movie. And it was a good movie. I mean, I don't really care. Incredibles 2 stunk.
I never saw Incredibles. Did you? I like the first Incredibles.
First
though.
Incredibles was great.
Good movie.
Here, keep going through. Bugs like Ratatouille. They need to make a second one.
I was not allowed to watch Ratatouille
Why?
because my mom is deathly afraid of any kind of rodent. Like,
Okay.
So you're watching a movie,
Mhm.
right? And a little mouse comes up on it. She
Yeah.
will fucking lose her mind and like hide.
Okay.
And so like Ratatouille was not allowed in the house. I didn't see it. I was dating a girl in college and she showed it to me when I was like 23 or 22, 23 years old. The first time I saw it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I never saw Brave. I never saw Wall-E.
Wall-E was really sad.
That's what I've heard. I never saw it. Bug's Life was my shit growing
Great
up.
movie. Monsters. You know what? Disney, their best back-to-back movies was Monsters and Monsters University.
Yeah.
2 incredible movies.
I never saw Monsters U.
You need to see that. You have to see that.
Have you seen Up?
Yes, great movie.
Good movie. The beginning is so sad.
Mm-hmm.
What else they got?
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo's good.
Finding Dory was, I thought, pretty all right too.
I saw it. I don't remember it.
It's a forgettable movie, but
Yeah.
it was all right.
I think I remember liking it though. Like I didn't think it was
Bolt.
bad.
I thought Bolt was a good movie.
I never saw Bolt. Did you watch Winnie the Pooh growing up?
The cartoon. I didn't know they had like a movie.
Yeah, I watched the cartoon too. I was a big Winnie the Pooh
I didn't
kid.
even know there was a movie.
I was a big Winnie the Pooh kid.
Wreck-It Ralph. Is Wreck-It Ralph Pixar or no?
I don't know. Where are you seeing that?
No, I just came into my
Oh.
head.
I've seen that. I like that one. I don't think it is Pixar. I think it's the other one. DreamWorks. Shrek. You see Shrek?
Shrek is all of the Shreks are very good.
Shreks are awesome.
All of them are very good.
Shrek is DreamWorks.
Bugs.
I never saw Inside Out.
I don't even know what that is.
It's about all these characters are different emotions and they're all like in someone's brain.
So like a schizo.
So there's like it's like angry, sad, or whatever,
So
and
s-
then
so
depressed.
So
and-
schizo.
I that's one way of thinking about it. Yeah.
Hmm.
I never saw it though. Incredibles was gas, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a gas movie. I had the video game too.
I still think Cars is my favorite Pixar movie.
Cars is good.
Cars and Toy Story 3, I think, are my top two.
One of my really good friends growing up, he had a little brother, and he was like one of those kids who loves cars, you know. And so we all went to see Cars, and that kid lost his fucking mind in the movie. Like he was freaking out.
Great movie. That's what I'm saying. Dude, none of these movies that are being. It's kind of the same thing with video games, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really is hitting the same right now.
I don't know. I just played Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking sick.
Really?
It is but it is a liberal propaganda.
Okay.
Like it is. Like
Okay.
and but it's also so good.
We've not had any game that's culturally changed gaming, like Fortnite in 2018 or Call of Duty or GTA 5 when those came out, like
I
Modern
think-
Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, NBA 2K16 was one of them, right? That like culturally changed and like made a bunch of careers.
I think Modern Warfare 2 is the most fun I've ever had playing a video game.
But that game changed gaming history forever.
100%.
That game changed esports. It changed content creation. Like people, because remember the stigma around video games prior to that was like it's kind of like a nerdy thing to do.
Yeah.
So Modern Warfare 2 came out. I was like, all right, if you play this game, you're just sick. And if you're good at it, like the whole like FaZe Clan or whatever they are now, like that, like everyone wanted to be in FaZe.
It made it cool.
Exactly.
It made it cool to play video games.
Exactly.
Or cooler, I would say. I think it's still kind of depends what you play now.
Yeah. I mean,
Like now if you play Fortnite, it's kind of like nah, you know.
yeah, we know a
Like,
couple.
we know a guy.
Yeah. Well, if you play Fortnite and you're not a kid, I mean, if you play Fortnite and you're a kid, your parent is not doing a great job raising you. You're not doing a great job raising your kid if they're playing every single day and they're like cracked at it and they're like 8.
Well, I think that's video games. Like kids need to go outside more, I think.
Yeah,
general,
we're not
but-
seeing like, dude. I mean, we just moved to this neighborhood. I have not seen
I
kids.
saw a kid ride a dirt bike the other day. It made me happy.
How old was he?
He was like 10 probably.
Good.
Yeah, he was
What ethnicity?
he was a white kid.
Okay, there's a lot of Indians that live here. We didn't even know, but
Yeah. I don't think dirt bike is is that an Indian thing? Like do a bunch of Indians just go out like on their
no,
dirt
we
bikes?
ride rickshaws.
Yeah.
We do
Yeah,
rickshaws.
he was just like ripping a dirt bike all alone, and I was like, "That's fucking cool." Maybe it made me like smile. I was like, "A kid's gonna be okay."
Yeah, I mean, just growing up, bro. Like everyone had like, and this is the crazy thing. Well, I just turned 23. Jackson's 26.
26. Yep.
Jackson's 26. Like it's like weird to say. Like it's kind of sad. I don't see like kids going out that much anymore. And
I think because my brother is closer to your age, and I think like that because I have a brother who's 23, I have another brother who's 20, and that like year of 23, it's like a cutoff in like how like we grew up a little bit, because like my youngest brother grew up a little bit more like inside a little bit. Because the one who's 23, like we spend a lot of time outside in those first few years of our life, you know, because
Yeah.
of what like, and then it literally like Modern Warfare 2 came out, and like
Yeah.
we started playing video games, like, but like we spent more time outside, and it's not to say that my youngest didn't at all, like because he's a very outside kid and stuff, but he was like kind of the anomaly, and it's because he had older brothers that did that. Like we spent a lot of time outside. You'd like go outside. We would like pretend we were in the NFL
yeah,
and like made up all these like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
on this team, and like you like play little games and like make little stories, you know, and like it was fun, and it's like you were making the video game in real life
yeah,
as opposed to just like sitting on your ass and like progressing and getting XP on Madden. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It was a little different. And so you're doing the same thing, but it's like you're outside and it's social too. Like you're doing it with other people. It's a little bit of a different deal.
I mean, the thing we grew up with, and it's like kind of sucks. I'm not really friends with these guys anymore.
Yeah.
My childhood. There's a couple guys, who out of my childhood friends. If I see them, I'll say what's up. But we found. I think like a lot of kids, if you kind of grew up, just in a neighborhood, and you find the one grass field, you go to, you
Yeah.
knock on your door if their parents and it's like, hey, can you play outside right now?
Yeah.
Right. I don't see that anymore. And like even when I got to middle school, when I got a little bit older, when it was like, hey, we obviously just aren't gonna go play fucking, imaginary tag or ride scooters. Like that's not fun. Like
Right.
like we'd still go out to like a trampoline place, like where we can go hit the trampolines, or we'd go karting, where we still like do something where we're like just out of the house. And it gets a little bit worrisome for me to see when you see like a bunch of guys, they're making friends through like random people online.
Yeah.
Right. And they're on Discord on a Friday night, or they're on like a lobby. And it's okay to play video games with your friends, but like, like it's like a Saturday. I mean, we were bored yesterday. We played a game of Madden against each other. Right. Like that's fine. No one's saying like you should just fucking be an old head who only wants to like enjoy like nature or whatever. But it's like, it's a little bit concerning when I'm seeing like 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds be on Twitter the whole day, be on Instagram the whole day. And like, I'm not seeing kids want to go out anymore and like get like a Razor scooter, right? Go ride scooters around the neighborhood. You go get a bike. Like even like, like I don't remember like when you were a kid, like when you had like $8, right? You're like, all right, let's just go to like the nearest Safeway, Albertsons, whatever you guys had. We're going to go ride our bikes there, get some Twizzlers and split.
The bikes were, we'd all go out, like me and my buddies and then my brothers, and like we all had our groups of friends. We'd all go bike. We'd bike over to the field and we'd play soccer.
Yeah.
It was during the World Cup and we would play these and we'd pretend. But we were like playing FIFA too. Because like it was everyone was excited for the World Cup. So we'd like play FIFA at night. But during the day, go play like real soccer. And then, so we would also go camping all the time. And like kids don't also get into like good, fun trouble anymore, I feel like. Because like we'd go like ding dong ditch at night and like piss people off, Like I don't think people do that as much anymore.
No, they don't. And it's like I said, it's because of a rise of video games. And I think like when you see everybody around you, we live in such a virtual age right now. It is. That's the most concerning thing revolving technology. It's how our future generations are going to grow up. It's not AI. AI has more, as much as people want to be scared of AI, it has a lot more benefits and it has downfalls, right? Like fake Mr. Beast ads on YouTube are not the end of the world, right? Right? It's just not. The big concern is how kids growing up are growing up and are beginning to like lack basic social skills, right? Where it's like, you're seeing a bunch of young men, some of them being my age, who don't know how to interact with people older than them. They don't know how to, they just kind of stay home. It is concerning, right? And the whole fun trouble thing, I think it's also even adults getting kind of pissed off, but like, dude, like going ding dong ditching as a kid, it's so fun.
I think like this is gonna sound lame, but it's some of the most fun I've ever had.
No, of course, yeah.
Dude, there's a story. So this is a fun story actually. So me and my buddies, I won't name any names, but we would do this one guy all the fun. Like because what these people don't understand is like when they lose their shit, it makes it more fun for us. And so it's like, let's do him again. Because like if they just come out and they're like, oh, kids, and they shut the door, it's like, that wasn't fucking fun.
Yeah.
This guy would lose his fucking mind. And like he brought a gun out one time. Like the guy would get so mad. And so we were all in this town that we'd go to the summer here, and we'd do like because summers are way too hot in Phoenix. And so we go up to this town, and in this neighborhood there was this guy, and every summer he just fucking got destroyed. And there was it was like a week where we did him like 4 nights in a row. Like, and he was just getting so fucking mad. And so the 5th night, what we would do is go camping, like outside the sort of neighborhood, and then walk back into the neighborhood at night.
Yeah.
So we were camping, so we walked back in, and so I was going up to his door, right? And it's dark. And as soon as I get through his archway, I like trip. And he had put fishing line across his archway and cans on either side of it. So it was like an alarm.
Oh, that's solid.
And so I trip over the shit, fall on my face, and the door immediately opens and the cans are going. And I'm like, holy shit. And you just hear, and then every house down the street, he had like gotten them in on it. So they heard the cans, everyone's doors open, lights turn on, and they've got flashlights, and they're like, oh, let's get these fucking kids. And then I shit you not, a cop car comes screaming around the corner, like literally Tokyo Drift, right? And we're like, holy shit. And so we just book it. And this guy's house was awesome because on the street, so he lived here and then there was a street and then there was the golf course on the other side of the street. So we could just run into the golf course and there wasn't any lights out there.
Yeah.
So you could just hide out there. And so something I would do, like my signature is I'd run away from the houses with my pants on, like around my ankles. So like they could see my ass, right? And so I did that. And so I'm running with all these fucking floodlights on me and I've just got my ass hanging out and I'm like doing this, you know? And so we all split up, right? Cause it was gnarly. Like there were
smart move.
We all split up and then we were, actually we weren't camping this night cause we were at my friend's house and I got back first. Because I was running and I tripped into one of the sand traps because you couldn't see those things. It was too dark. And so like I fell into the sand trap and that kind of like hid me for a little bit. And so I was able to like sneak away after that. So I get back to the house. I'm there first. And then I'm waiting like an hour, right? Yeah. And my other buddy gets back. He's cool. And then the last one, we don't know where he is. And his mom calls us up and she's like, where have you guys fucking been? Like, what do you guys? And I'm like, we've been at the house. Like, I just woke up, you know? And then she's like, bullshit. Like, we're like, what? And she's like, the police just came to my house and were asking for you. And I'm like, no fucking way. And she's like, yeah, they have a picture of you, Jackson, at the front door tripping over these fish. And I'm like, oh no. And she was like, and she like lied for us and got us out of it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And so she's like, so where my friend? She's like, where's my son, right? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, he's not back yet. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? She's mad. And like 10 minutes later, my buddy, he just, like, the window was open because we would go out the window. And he just does a swan dive into the window.
Oh my God.
And like a barrel roll. And like he's out of, like he's in John Wick. And then comes up like this, like he's gonna fight us. And we're like, dude, like, where were you? And he was like bleeding off the side of his head. And he's like, he said he fell and like hit a rock and like was unconscious. Damn. And then woke up and came back and then found us. And then that's how it all went down.
Damn. All right. Well, dude, that's a crazy story. Yeah. I mean, the closest thing we had was, I mean, same thing. Every kid growing, and I also just realized this camera just had a stop in the middle of your thing.
Oh, is it out? Not too bad. We'll get on that or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we're almost done anyway.
Yeah.
It was a bummer. We'll have to get another memory card. But another thing. So, I mean, we had one house too, and we did this my senior year of high school. We're like, dude, you guys want to relive the good old days? There was a rock. Indian guys, so they're clueless. They don't know what's happening.
Right.
White guys are like, we did this as a kid, whatever. Indian guy. So imagine, this is the rock. There's a house right there. We would just hide behind it. We hit his doorbell and hide behind the rock, right? Yeah. And he just never knows. And we just did it we did 6 times in a row, like every 5 minutes. And then he yelled the one time, like the 5th time. He's like, come out. Come out. You bastard, it's come out.
Yeah.
And then we had my friend Jake. We're like, all right, Jake, you're going to do it because he was really fast. You're going to do this one, right? And he was like, oh, I don't want it. I was like, you're doing it. He's like, all right, right. He did it. And Jake said the guy had like a fire extinguisher. And he was trying to, like, he's Indian. He's never had a put a fire out. In India, you just hit it with a blanket or like a twig, right? If there's a fire. And he was like trying to pull it. And then Jake like tripped. And he went out and then we heard the guy and we all hopped in my other buddy's car and we ran. That was the last time I ever went ding dong ditching, but those are just memories that like younger kids aren't making. Like if a kid, like Halloween's coming up, right?
Right.
If a kid knocks on my door and rings on my doorbell and he's wearing a Fortnite costume, I'm going to slam the door on his face, right? If a kid ding dong ditches me or TPs my house, I will be happy.
Right. That's like, hey.
It's like I would have done the same thing.
Nice.
Good job. Just help me get this shit down.
Yeah.
Just help me get it down in the morning. I won't call the cops. If anything, I'll give you I'll go to Costco and buy you a big old bag of candy.
Right.
Like just don't. So yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just kind of wrap it up there because that camera just fucking died. Yeah. So at the once again, guys, we're gonna have the Francis Ngannou Tyson Fury fight right at the end. If you guys want to stick around for that, we're not talking that much. But yeah, I
honestly wouldn't recommend sticking around, but there is a little thing,
a little Easter egg. We want to thank you guys. First episode. Hopefully, this is the start of something special. You'll see a lot more activity from us on the social media as well now. A couple less reels per week, but they'll be much better quality, videos. We're gonna do some more Spotify stuff in terms of uploading there. Hopefully you guys like the new format. Hopefully we don't just finish this recording and realize, fuck, we forgot to record or something like that. We should be good though.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, thank you guys for watching. Jackson, do you have anything else to add?
No, sir. We're good to go.
LGBTQA, the A stands for Atlanta. Thank you guys once again. If you guys are new here, like and subscribe. Make sure you follow the Instagram. If you're in the Tempe, Phoenix area, I'll probably be having a couple shows for stand-up coming up live in the next year, so make sure you come out for those. It'll be a big help. I'll start getting a little cash. Same with Jackson. Everybody, thank you guys once again, and we'll see you guys next time. And also, thank you to, what's his name for the beat?
Tuna. Chef Tuna gave us the beat that you heard at the beginning of this, and he's a very talented producer, best drummer I've ever seen in my life. Go check out Tuna OTB on YouTube, Instagram, all that shit. Really good artist. Check his shit out, see if you like it.
All right. Everybody, thank you. Peace. We'll see you guys next time.